The universe is filled with secrets and mysteries. As we stare into the depths of the abyss, more questions are raised that modern science is unable to answer. We have the pleasure of meeting two very strange people today. Even calling them planets can be a challenge. Objects CF Sirta 1490403, or more commonly known as KF. This is one of the most mysterious things that exists in our universe. This one feels like it's for us, and just at the right time. At first, this strange cosmic body was mistaken for a rogue world. Planet was a planet that was something. Other planets or passing stars can cause a planet to be ejected gravitationally from its system. The object was discovered 100 light-years from Earth. Discovered in 2012 by a team of international astronomers. The first studies, led by Felipe Delorme, showed that Jupiter's mass is between 5 and 9 times greater. The planet is very hot, but it shouldn't be. But I'm getting too far ahead of myself. In general, let's follow the correct order. These orphan planets occur quite frequently in the universe. Planemos is a grouping of objects that are placed together. Scientists believe that in fact there are quite a lot of them, and some of them are much closer to the Earth than this mysterious recluse, but they are extremely difficult to find because they often have zero luminosity. So when scientists found out that the possible rogue planet was hot, the theory as to its being a planetary class body came into question. To understand exactly what kind of game this is, you need to turn to brown dwarfs for help. Brown dwarfs are substellar objects that mean smaller than a star, which don't have sufficient mass for pressure and temperature in the core to trigger the thermonuclear fusion of hydrogen to helium. Like most stars, in order to start a thermonuclear reaction based on hydrogen, you need a mass that is about 80 times greater than Jupiter to make almost all the stars glow. It's not much, only 8% of our Sun's mass, but it's still enough. It takes only 13 times Jupiter's mass to create a thermonuclear weapon. Lithium and deuterium confused in reaction. Brown dwarfs, then, are gaseous objects that have a mass between 13 and, if the object is a mysterious one, 82 Patters thinks it's smaller than a galaxy. The C21 is lighter than 13 Jupiters. If it is a Jupiter-like planet, then that's what it will be. Thrown from its nest and drifting inconspicuously not far away from us. It gets even more exciting. Infrared radiation is emitted by C21, which glows in infrared. The young, newly formed planet is glowing hot. It will continue to glow until it cools. This cooling can take millions of years. The first observations made after this discovery revealed that the occurrence of the mysterious object seemed to move with a nearby star group called the B-Radis moving group. Scientists came to the conclusion that this cluster is close to it because of its apparent proximity. All these stars must surely have been the source of our mysterious object. The group of very young people appeared at the same time, and they were in close proximity in the past. The two could have gravitationally influenced each other. The plan is created by altering the orbits around the stars that are near us. If C21 is the result of a B-Radis, then it's probably a young world, what hasn't yet cooled off. However, after more detailed observations with the help of the Hawaii Telescope, Canada, France, Chile's Very Large Telescope, and the Spitzer Space Telescope, telescopes and parallax effects, calculates more accurate distances too far away. By taking measurements at different points in the Earth's orbit around the Sun, it was found that C21 is all about. This is a little further away than initially thought. Scientists first assumed that this tiny miracle object was approximately the same distance from the star system discussed earlier. Now 75 light-years away from Earth, we are far from all star formation centers. This planet is too old to be young. If it's a planned number, it may be as old as 500 million years. As far as we know, planets only form in the orbits of stars. If it flew for that long, then we are still 50 light-years from bead status. The temperature would have cooled down in no time. This does not mean that the reality of the situation is reflected in the correspondence. The mysterious traveler's temperature is 400 degrees Fahrenheit. If it is nearly 2 times further than we expected, then that's a fact. It's brighter. If it's brighter, it means that it's heavier. According to calculations refined, the mass of an object is between 2. The upper limit of 13 masses of Jupiter is just enough to allow it to begin the least demanding thermonuclear reactions on lithium. What's going on? The mass is probably less than 7 Jupiters. Studies have shown that it contains a lot of heavy elements. These are all elements other than hydrogen and helium. Brown dwarfs usually have fewer of these elements. We cannot be certain, however, that these elements are present on a planet. This is a planet, but most of the data point to the conclusion that more observations will be needed to gain a deeper understanding of this mysterious object. Research will continue to be conducted by our knowledge and understanding of the universe will grow at this time. We may not understand it now, but we will. Answers to the question, how will mankind answer this question? Perhaps you, my dear viewers, you can post your thoughts in the comments if you have a different opinion. In the meantime, I look forward to your comments. Next, let's look at the strangest and most mysterious object yet. Kelt 11b is an enormous plastic planet made of styrofoam. You heard it right. Recently, it was discovered, and its properties were quite a surprise. This giant exoplanet is located the distance of 320 light-years from Earth. It's 40% larger than Jupiter. It is only 1/5 the mass. Its impressive size and extremely low mass makes it similar in density to styrofoam within. The planet is not foamy. This unusual fluffy world is the 3rd densest of all. We have been able to accurately determine the mass and radius of exoplanets we have discovered. It will hopefully shed some light on the mysterious origins of these objects and their next evolution. Kelt 11b is unique in its density and will be able to distinguish itself from other products within a short period of time. You can see that the exoplanet is rotating around the super bright Kelt 11 star, transitioning into a red giant. The term thermonuclear is used to describe nuclear weapons. The star has started to burn hydrogen outside of its core. Researchers have predicted that the outer layers of the atmosphere surrounding the Kelt 11 stars are expected to expand in the next decade. The star will eventually absorb the planet Kelt 11, since our mysterious exoplanets can perform one rotation around their parent star in only 5 terrestrial days. Absorption is expected to occur very soon if you are exceptionally close to the star. Astronomically speaking, Kelt 11 is one of the brightest stars in the southern hemisphere, so it's not as bad as you might think. This strange foamy world can tell us a lot about its composition before it dies. Astronomers are most likely to use the transit method when searching for exoplanets. The brightness of a star is affected by the planet passing between the parent star and the telescope. Scientists can tell by the decrease in brightness that an exoplanet could be directly in front of a star. The reduction in brightness of the Kelt 11 was so small that it is not even noticeable. This time, astronomers were unable to confirm the existence of a planet. The kilo-degree extremely small telescope consists of 2 telescopes, one in Arizona and another in South Africa. The binoculars are the size of an Earth, and they work in tandem as one holds them. Joshua Pepper, astronomer at the University of Pennsylvania. The discovery of the light curve was said to be more difficult than the original Kelt observations. Only a slight hint of the transit was shown a little below. It was difficult to confirm a 0.3% brightness change. Observations on the usefulness of new observations have confirmed the existence and mystery of the mysterious exoplanet. Scientists have been trying to find out the secret behind Celt 11b in all possible ways. What causes extreme density on another planet? Researchers have taken up the study of stars and their exoplanets. Hopefully, we can better understand the behavior of these stellar bodies at the end of their life cycle. In the meantime, I am eagerly anticipating the results of the newest studies. I'll make 2 more incredibly interesting episodes for you. Thank you for your time, and I will see you very soon. If you have any suggestions for future episodes, please let me know. If you have any ideas, please share them with us in the comments section below. The author of the most creative idea will be credited. Don't forget to give a thumbs up with my sincere thanks for the information presented in the video.